fact-checking organization. Today, we examine a viral claim that the government of Finland has labeled Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, Gen.Musa, a terrorist. But how true is it? So let's cut through the noise and uncover the truth. I'm your host, Darshan Usman, and you're watching The Proof. Stay with us. Joining me today is Africa Check researcher and community manager Orwell Lugbi. It's always a pleasure to have you on The Proof, Orwell.
All right, thank you, Darshan. It's my pleasure to be here again.
There are claims of terrorism accusations against Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Musa, supposedly coming from Finland, that are now circulating on social media. Can you tell us more about the claim in the video?
Yeah, of course, Darshan. The video alleges that the government of Finland has sort of officially branded the Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff as a terrorist, and went on to say that is sort of a vindication of Simon Ekpa, who is a Biafra separatist leader who is based in Finland, who was recently arrested and charged for terrorism.
What about the posters? What do we know about who may have posted the video?
Yeah, the video, from my investigation, we found the video was first posted by a Facebook page, goes by the name Biafra TV News. It has over 172,000 followers, and this page, beyond just posting the video, it then chopped up the video into 34 short clips and posted all of them as reels, so that actually helped the claim and the video to spread faster.
Ekpa's case has captured national attention off and on. Is there an update on the case now?
Yeah, so I mean the just on the 1st of September, Simon Ekpa was sentenced by a Finnish court and sentenced to 6 years in prison after he was convicted, on those terrorism related charges. According to the court, Ekpa, who was a Nigerian citizen, a Finnish citizen, attempted to promote the independence of Biafra in the southeastern region of Nigeria, using of illegal means, and even though Ekpa denied the charges, he was still convicted because that's the court found sufficient evidence that he indeed incited violence in the southeast of Nigeria.
So let's go on a break, Orwell. When we return, we'll look at the video in question in detail and what the truth is in this situation. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is The Proof, powered by Africa Check. Orwell, before we move forward, let's address the veracity of this claim. Did Finland really call General Musa a terrorist?
Well, no, we found no evidence to support the claim. In fact, if the Finnish government had officially labeled the Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria a terrorist, I mean that would be big news, and obviously would have been reported on international and local media outlets. But we found absolutely no such reports. All the places that we found this were mostly Facebook pages that are known to push pro Biafra content, and obviously making Finland making such a claim has a lot of diplomatic implications and all of that. Obviously, it's not something that such a claim cannot be made lightly, and obviously it would have elicited response from the Nigerian government, but there's absolutely nothing like that.
You've rated the claim as false and also mentioned the involvement of pro-Biafra Facebook pages in this claim. Oh well. What do we know about Gen.Musa's position on Finland and ECPA?
All right, in June 2024, Gen.Musa publicly accused Finland and the European Union of shielding ECPA. He even called for ECPA's prosecution and also demanded for his extradition to Nigeria. And then also in just last month, August, he also said that the South Asian region has become safer, after ECPA was arrested. Well, of course, that's a completely different claim that I have to look into.
Thank you for noting that, Orwell. Now, does the viral video provide any evidence to back the claim?
Well, none at all. And of course, we will video. The video does not in any way name any Finnish official who none at all. And of course, we will video. The video does not in any way name any Finnish official who may have made that statement, or and it doesn't mention where and when this such a statement was made. And so generally, when there is this kind of lack of specifics, it's quite typical of fabricated claims that are designed to mislead.
Thank you for your time, Orwell. I'll see you again soon.
All right, my pleasure, Dashin. Thank you for having me once again.
Well, that's it for this episode of The Proof, powered by Africa Check. If you have comments or a claim you want us to fact check, tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow News Central on our social media platforms. We are at News Central TV. You can check out our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. Stay vigilant and stay informed.
Ohanaeze Ndigbo celebrate Mazi Simon Ekpa's 6-year sentence in Finland. Begins new marriage with Fulani. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 3rd of September 2025, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. The criminal organization known as Ohanaeze Ndigbo has finally reacted towards the sentencing of Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. I'm not going to talk too much, but I will have a message to them. But before that message, let us first of all read this very news in details. As you can see on your screen, I will be reading from one of the Zoom media platforms, Arise News Television. And according to that title, they have said, terrorism, Ohanaeze Ndigbo loud 6-year imprisonment of Simon Ekpa in Finland. Ohanaeze Ndigbo loud They are all in celebration mood as I speak to you now. Ohaneze Ndigbo commends federal government for Simon Ekpa's imprisonment in Finland, urges followers to abandon armed struggle for peace. You see, I said one word during that my broadcast day before yesterday. I told the so-called Igbo leaders, the so-called political elites, I told them something which we are going to repeat again as we proceed with this very broadcast. And they continued. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo, has commended the federal government for the incarceration of Simon Ekpa in Finland, resulting in a 6-year prison sentence on terrorism-related charges. I want you to get it right. They said, has commended the federal government, has commended. Ohaneze Ndigbo has commended. They are currently praising the zoo government for achieving this feat. Ohaneze Ndigbo is, although this Ohaneze Ndigbo is the factional Ohaneze Ndigbo led by one criminal called Okechukwu Isiguzoro. You all know him. Okechukwu Isiguzoro. So we are going to analyze that, send a very important message to them. And they continued. In a statement on Tuesday, the Deputy President General of the body, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, praised the National Security Advisor, Malanuhu Ribadu, a Fulani, the Minister of State for Defense, Dr. Bello Matawale, a Fulani, remember that name Matawale, who happens to be one of the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Chief Terror himself, for their efforts in dismantling the reign of terror that had affected the Southeast zone. Okay, all right. We continue. This is now their statement. We commend the government for its landmark victory, specifically the incarceration of Simon Ekpa in Finland, resulting in a 6-year prison sentence for terrorism-related charges, Isiguzoro said. He highlighted that the action has significantly reduced the influence of terrorism and insecurity in the Southeast, leading to the cessation of disruptive sit-at-home orders previously enforced by Ekpa. Okay. This development underscores the Igbo people's resolute opposition to armed struggle under the guise of Biafra agitation. We unequivocally condemn terrorism in all its forms and reject any deviation from non-violent self-determination principles. The Igbo nation stands united for peace and constructive dialogue, Isiguzoro added. So, going by this man is telling you that Ndigbo, when he says Ndigbo, those who are occupying one position or the other, that relate to the government of Nigeria led by Tinubu, not the general Igbo people or Igbo population. No, we know what we want. Majority of Ndigbo want freedom. At least 95% of Igbo population want freedom from the zoo. They have demonstrated it from all corners of life, including the self-referendum. You understand? Now, this man is unequivocally telling us that those who occupy one office or the other answerable to the zoo government of Nigeria, are in collaboration, that they all join hands together to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko, their own brother, gets sentenced in Finland, in a faraway Finland. So, we are going to analyze these whole things, but let's continue reading. Wow. The organization also appealed to followers of Ekpa who were misled into armed struggle to lay down their weapons and embrace peace. Hey, you are just talking. Anyway, let's continue first. Let's continue. I love all of you. We recognize that many of Ekpa's followers are educated graduates and young entrepreneurs misled by false promises. This is a renewed clarion call for all armed agitators to surrender and cease violence. The Igbo leadership will advocate for rehabilitation and youth empowerment programs for repentant individuals, Isiguro said. For repentant individuals. Ohaneze Ndigbo reaffirmed its commitment to collaborating with security agencies to permanently eradicate insecurity and terrorism within the Southeast, ensuring stability and social progress. First of all, he claimed that, sit at home has ended. It is a pure lie. Sit at home continues until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed. Sit at home must continue until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released from the DSS custody. There are no two ways about it. It continues. So now, because I don't want to talk too much about this, I'm going to address this during my live broadcast. It may not be today, but maybe tomorrow. So, Okechukwu Isiguzoro of, Ohaneze Ndioshi, the factional leader of Ohaneze criminals, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, collaborating with Fulani, celebrating with Fulani, the Northerners, the Yorubas, including the one that called himself Ifanye Jofo. I saw him also celebrating, hailing Finland and the federal government. Ndigbo for political leaders are jubilating, celebrating with Fulani-led government of the zoo and its armed, terrorists, military and police, celebrating the illegality that took place in Finland. Illegal sentencing of a freedom fighter. This is the first time such a thing can happen in a developed country like Finland, in Europe, where a freedom fighter is imprisoned, went through court process, and gets sentenced. A freedom fighter. It is shocking. It's quite unbelievable how it happened, how they put it up. Such judgment is quite shocking. So they are trying to tell the whole world that everybody, if you are in bondage, you must remain in bondage. Don't talk about, freeing yourself. We don't allow this touch. But Finland is busy supporting Ukraine. So we're going to take it easy with them until we see the outcome of the appeal. Because, oh my God, such a thing is quite, confusing. How Finland will accept all the propaganda from Nigeria, including the videos that are sending to them, the audios and everything. They will accept it and imprison a man who is a freedom fighter. It's quite shocking. You understand? But we're going to take it easy with them until we see the outcome of the appeal. I'm telling you the truth, it is shocking. I've never envisaged it. The only thing I was, preparing myself for is to hear that they postponed the judgment, maybe to another month or something. I've never for one day thought of imprisonment, because you cannot imprison a freedom fighter. How did you come to that conclusion? It's quite shocking. I've not come out of the shock till now. I haven't come out of it. So Ohaneze Ndigbo has, told the whole world, let it be on record, that Ohaneze Ndigbo are in a celebration mood, party mood with Fulani and Yorubas because of the 6 years imprisonment of Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko. So let the marriage begins. Let the marriage begins between Ndigbo and Fulani. By the time Ono for 6 years, they Simon Ekpanjoko, which I'm if I am Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by next month. I don't know. Obuna Finland, which is a developed country, a civilized country, can imprison a freedom fighter like Simon Ekpanjoko. Imagine what the zoo, under a timid and a constitution that is suffering from the impunity of the so-called political leaders. Imagine what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to face by next month. And Ndigbo are busy merrimenting, celebrating, jubilating for what happened to Simon Ekpanjoko in Finland. They don't know what will happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Let the marriage begins. Let the marriage begins. Before you conclude 6 years marriage with Fulani with this current form, I am what Ali will turn into. We're going to see what Igbo land will become. We're going to see if Benue will be a child's play with what is going to happen in Igbo land. We're going to see if Southern Kaduna, if Plateau State will be a child's play with what is going to happen